Where are you right now, Jolayne?
I'm here in Confederation Park, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Being in this setting brings back a lot of memories. I came here as a kid and got my boot stuck in a puddle when I was around 6 years old. I remember lots of picnics here with my family growing up. I did a few science experiments here by taking and analyzing samples of pond water. I also remember taking a lot of romantic walks here with my soon-to-be husband, global nomad. And I remember bringing my two oldest kids here when I was a young mom and needed a change of scenery for my kids. This park helps me get back to nature and remember that there's life beyond my schedules and the rat race. I'm here today to start vlogging my healing journey. This place is very special to me because I have memories of my wonderful mom who was also faced with the daunting diagnosis of breast cancer. For her, she received the diagnosis when she was only 41. She followed the traditional treatment of radiation, surgery, chemotherapy, and it was a tough road. Although she did live for another 15 years, she ended up getting cancer again with more difficult treatments and finally succumbed to the disease. It affected me greatly. Ever since she got the diagnosis when I was in my late teens, I carried the fear of that disease and fearing that I would get it. And around 30 years later, I received the same diagnosis and found a lump in my breast, and I finally had to face my worst fears.
How did you feel when you got the diagnosis?
Oh, when I got the diagnosis, of course, it was shock. It was, I can't believe it. Finally, my worst fears are realized. Before that, cancer was just a bad word. I didn't want to watch anything to do with it. I didn't want to read anything to deal with it. I just really went out of my way to avoid it. But now, the fear found me. And finally, I'm forced to face it. To me, one of the main reasons why I'm on this healing journey is to learn how to face fear and deal with it head on. Now it's my chance to face it and deal with it so I'm no longer burdened by it. My mom suffered terribly taking the traditional treatment, and because I saw her suffering and because she's no longer here, I've decided to go a different course, to find a different way to cure this disease in my body. I think that many people that watch this vlog might think that I'm nuts for the course that I'm taking. I by no means am a doctor, and there's no way that I can tell anybody else how to deal with their cancer, because I know that when faced with the diagnosis, it's a very personal decision. Everyone is different, and although I am mostly trying alternative treatments to heal my body from the cancer, you'll never hear me condemn people that go the traditional way, because the reason why we have cancer is different. The way our bodies react to different treatments is different. So I found that it is a very personal choice. Here on this vlog, I invite you on my healing journey. I want to show you what I'm doing to fight this disease. I also want to share what I've learned along the journey. I want to point out different resources that have given me a hope that there is a different way. I feel so privileged right now because there's the internet and you can learn so many different things and different ways to approach this disease. So I hope to share some of the research backing what I'm doing. First, I found a lump in my right breast in the summer of 2018. After scans and a biopsy, I discovered that I had some hormone-positive breast cancer in my right breast and in one lymph node. At the end of November 2018, I received a lumpectomy and had 5 nodes removed, one of them being the cancerous one. It was recommended that I receive radiation, chemotherapy, and get on a hormone suppressor drug. They wanted to give me the full meal deal. And everything in my being told me that for me, it was the wrong way to go. I found out about Dr. Veronique Desaulniers aka Dr. V. She's known as the breast cancer conqueror, and she wrote a book called Heal Breast Cancer Naturally: 7 Essential Steps to Beating Breast Cancer. After I healed from the lumpectomy, I started working on the principles of that book. I then sent a sample of my blood to Greece to get an RGCC test done, where they analyze how many floating cancer cells you have and what supplements would be helpful in killing the cancer cells. I received coaching from a gal from Dr. V's group to help me figure out how to take the supplements and how to apply the other essentials that are important in healing from cancer. In June 2019, I noticed another lump on my right breast. At first, we thought it might be due to post-surgical issues or a benign cyst, but unfortunately, maddeningly, it has since grown and looks like it's a reoccurrence of cancer. I've spent money on getting tests done to see why I have cancer in the first place. The tests involved taking a lot of blood, a nasal swab, a urine test, and a very extensive stool test. These were done to see what is compromising my immune system to get the cancer. If I deal with those, then my immune system can do a better job at killing the cancer. I've also spent money on getting a Rife machine to help my body better identify the cancer and also to help kill it. Both doctors, the naturopath here in Calgary and the doctor that supplied me the Rife machine, have encouraged me to get off gluten and dairy, and so that is a new challenge that I'm facing today. While I'm still on the healing journey, I still have lots to learn. I'm not perfect, but I'm really trying to embrace the things that I'm learning, and that can help me cure me of the cancer, but also to just heal my life. I'm also hoping in this vlog to show you how I'm applying these different parts, and also to cite research articles that back up what I'm doing.
All right. So, what has changed since your cancer diagnosis and the fear that you've had? How's that going?
Well, it's still an ongoing battle, but I feel like I have done a lot better there is a freedom when you face your greatest fear. And so I have learned so much in dealing with cancer and not seeing it as a bad word and not seeing it even as an enemy, but seeing it as a gift. When you get beyond feeling like a victim of, oh, poor me, this thing happened, oh my gosh, but just saying, okay, it sucks, I've got it, but I'm going to learn from it, and I'm going to conquer it, and I'm going to thrive. That is so much more empowering than feeling like you're the victim and retrenching. So, of course, in this journey, because it's a journey, because there's a lot of emotions involved, some days I feel really victorious and I'm on top of this, and other times I do feel like I'm cowering. But anyway, I believe that it is a gift, and I hope to share some of that in the following vlogs. So at least for now, I'm still keeping abreast.